I'm Aidan Gorrell, and welcome to History Back to Life on Masterpiece Theater. Now, please welcome Ulysses S. Grant and William Tecumseh Sherman. Grant.
Thank you, Aidan.
Mr. Sherman. So, you guys, two big Union generals. Let's start off. Let's go right at it. What was your relationship to Lincoln?
Yeah.
Mr. Grant.
Yeah, I got him.
Mr. Sherman, you want to check your phone, or are you all set?
No, I'm all right.
What was the question, Aidan? Sorry, I'm being interrupted.
What was your relationship to Lincoln?
Oh, Lincoln. We exchanged a couple of letters. It wasn't like we weren't really good friends. He respected me, and I respected him because I had a very militaristic education, so I knew respect. I respected my father, as most people at the time did. But Lincoln, in his first letter to me, was after one battle, he had said that I did something totally different from what he would have done. He went on to then say that he respected me for it, which is, we all know Lincoln. He liked to have things to be done the way he wanted them done, as opposed to other people. He liked to micromanage, and he said in his letter that he wasn't a military leader, but he still tried to manage us. You know what it is. And so he said that he respected what I did, and that he is glad that I did what I did, as opposed to doing his advice, which is good because it could have gone really, really poorly had I messed up, but I didn't, and so that he was very proud of me and respected me for it, which helped me maintain my power. I think that definitely one of the reasons we came up victorious.
Brings up a very, very interesting topic because, of course, Mr. Sherman, what you're known for is your march to the sea. So let's talk about that. Was that your initial strategy when you went into the war?
Well, yes, I believe that this war, the Civil War, was different because not only were we fighting just normal soldiers and military men, but the civilians were also helping out the soldiers and supporting them. And so I believe that this was not against not only a hostile army, but a hostile people as well. So might as well, if we destroy their land, their crops, all their supplies, and their support, then the army will lose all of its power and it will quickly die out.
I see. Did you give any warning of any kind to the people you're about to attack, or?
Oh, yeah, sure. I actually notified the city of Atlanta, telling them to evacuate their civilians, because I'm very careful about civilian casualties. I did not like innocent people dying, and so I would notify the city, telling them that I was about to come and just destroy their city. But yeah, I would notify them, send a letter. They usually were very stubborn and didn't leave, and everyone stayed. And
you know what this
is
is?
Southern
hospitality, right?
Right? Yeah.
Right. Kind of dumb.
Send me a text over there. Yeah.
Okay. So, Mr. Grant, how did you come into the war? How did you get?
Oh well, as I said before, I was brought up. I went to West Point, right?
Yes.
I know, right?
Long time ago.
But at first I wasn't totally in it. It wasn't like I stepped up there and I was a general like that. It was I sympathized with the cause and I agree with it, and I agree with Lincoln. Even before I met it, I didn't really know. I wasn't that involved at first, and I ended up giving my support, and I was in the war, and then they realized what I was capable of, and then I won a few battles, and then I was just promoted to general, and there I stayed. And it was so sick.
I finally got rid of that McClellan character, right? Jeez.
Yeah, I became president. That's how it was good. But I agree with Lincoln. I felt the Union must be preserved. And so this was, again, getting back to this, I'm more so than you did at least. I was very connected with Lincoln, as we already talked about it. So I agreed with him. I agreed with what he stood for. And overall, I just didn't feel, I actually thought the Confederates were traitors. I said that. I quote myself. I said, they were traitors and we were patriots. And I just thought we were stronger. And I thought if I'm going to join the Union because I agree with Lincoln, Confederates are traitors, and we're going to win anyway.
Just a couple rumors I've heard floating around. I heard one day you came into a battle. It turned out to be a decisive victory, but I heard you came there and you were drunk.
Well, I'd like to talk about that, but honestly, I don't remember it.
It was 150 years ago after all.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And
I just blacked out.
another rumor I heard you may be considering running for president.
Yeah, I was the president already, but might as well do it again, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Sure.
solve this crisis. Times really have not changed. So I gotta tweet this.
Quick tweet. All right. Well, Mr. Sherman, Mr. Grant, President Grant, thank you both for coming.
Thank you, Aidan.
Meet your Confederate counterparts shortly.
Oh, yes.
So, wow.
Thank you.
They're here too.
Always a pleasure.
Now I have here with me the Confederate equals of the two men I spoke with earlier. I have with me Robert E. Lee and the late Stonewall Jackson. Hello. Mr. Jackson, Mr. Lee. Thanks for coming. All right, so of course you two, some of the most renowned, best-known generals in American history. I'll start off with the same question I asked the two I met with earlier. What was your relationship with Lincoln? How'd you know him?
Well, when the war first started, you see, Lincoln came over to me and he actually asked me if I would lead his army. It's kind of funny actually, because I am a Virginia man and I'm very proud of my heritage, you see. So he asked me to join his army, but I just couldn't do that because I may be an American, but I'm a Virginian first, you see. So I ended up leading the troops for the Confederacy.
Very interesting. It has been reported that you're against slavery. Is this true?
Well, yes, I am actually against slavery. I mean, I pray every day for an end to slavery. Some people may find that strange since, I'm the big leader of the Confederacy, but I am actually opposed to it. I think they are God's children. While the Negro might not be as advanced as the white man, I mean, I think they do have some certain rights.
And so if you were opposed to slavery, then why'd you fight on the side of the Confederacy?
Well, like I said, I mean, Virginia's my home. The South is my home. I couldn't just take arms and fight against my brothers and sisters. They're my family. I couldn't do it. And I also do believe very firmly in states' rights. States' rights, yes.
And now let's shift the subject to Mr. Jackson for a moment now. What was your relationship with your troops while you were there on the front lines?
I was very close with my troops. They slept in the snow. I would also sleep in the snow and endure it through the night with them because, we were equal and thought equally of them.
It's quite poetic. And so were you a merciful general at all? In any sense?
I never let them escape. Never let the enemy get away from me, and I would always accomplish whatever goals I had to.
And you were quite good at accomplishing. I'll just give this an open-ended question. How did this surrender affect you?
Well, I mean, we all knew that towards the end that we had no chance left. I mean, it was never easy for us. I mean, the North had the industry and the troops, and we were just running out of men. So I accepted it pretty early. After Gettysburg, that was a big turn, and after we lost our dear Stonewall Jackson, that was a big blow to us. We knew from that point that we really didn't have a chance anymore. So it was more of a relief for me, actually, to surrender. I mean, I'm just glad that the killing's over.
Yeah, I heard you had 3 heart attacks during the war? Is that correct?
Oh, this war destroyed my body. I mean, geez, I'm so glad it's over.
Yes, I imagine. And Mr. Jackson, any...
Yes, I did not want the war to continue. I wanted to go home and be at home and not be fighting war anymore.
All right. Well, that rather just and poetic statement brings an end to the interview. So, Mr. Jackson, Mr. Lee, thank you both for coming out.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure. It's always no problem.
This has been History Back to Life on Masterpiece Theater.
Looks like it's to succeed in high school.
This is awkward.
Oh, did you see that? Oh, he totally just did so. Oh my god.
No, I am so tweeting this.